YouTube, welcome back to Persona 4 Golden on the Xbox. Yo, let's get into it. Last time we left off, a big fog came over the city of Iniba, town of Iniba. It's not really a city, I guess. And people are kind of going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, if you will. At least some are and everything. We visited Nanako in the hospital as well. And all that, and then I think there's an achievement for visiting her 3 times, if I remember right. So we might get that tonight on this or today, whatever, on this recording. But we'll see. Where we left off, we had to do a save. Like, they were talking about how they think the fog is coming from the TV world and seeping into our world, and that's why it's probably affecting people and stuff. And because when we put on our glasses, we could see clearly. So the glasses we use in the TV world. So the game gave me a warning essentially, and was like, hey, some major stuff's about to happen. You might want to save. I don't think it was like a point of no return kind of thing, but it was just like saying like a major thing's gonna happen. You want to save it. So that's what I did, and now we're picking up from there. So let's go. We'll see what all I get done, because the story might take over this episode. We'll see.
Hey, here's a story about the fog. Some specialists are raising concerns that this fog may consist of harmful substances. More and more citizens are calling for an investigation into the cause of the fog and the facts about it. Though the government has begun its preliminary investigation, many feel that the causes will be hard to pinpoint. Is this fog really dangerous?
You hardly ever see people walking around town anymore. Or here either.
Everyone's too scared of the fog now to go outdoors much.
It does seem a lot like the fog on the other side. But beyond that, I'm clueless.
There's another item of note here. A summary of Namatame's career with details about the case. The suspect was having an affair with the first victim. It seems she was killed due to relationship troubles. Also in April, Miss Saki Konishi's body was discovered. The police are looking into a motive for the murder.
I think, didn't they say in the last episode that they're like, there's some police officers or some students or something, bullies? Somebody was saying that, oh no, it was Adachi. That's who it was. Adachi said they think Saka Konishi and Yanatami were kind of like having a fling or something, or he was after her, like romantically or something.
In July, a boy living in Inaba
So we'll see.
performed a copycat murder. The boy was initially thought to be the culprit behind all the killings, but later suspicion was thrown upon Namatame. Last month, the suspect attempted to kidnap a 7-year-old girl of Inaba, resulting in his arrest. It seems Namatame is still confined to his hospital bed, so further interrogation has yet to commence.
So it's finally over. A lot of stuff's happened, but all that's left is for the police to
True.
build a case for Namatame, right?
Can they prove anything? Will he confess?
I'm sure your uncle can.
But the stuff he was saying was so obviously nuts.
Also, like I said, Nanako's still in the hospital, and I think Dojima, God, I'm doing it again. Dojima is still in the hospital as well, but he's kind of like still trying to like work and stuff.
If he says anything about the TV world, he might be considered mentally unstable.
Also, I heard before that if the police don't have enough hard evidence, it's difficult to build a case.
Yes, there are many such cases and culprits. It's the eternal conundrum for crime investigators.
So even if they're caught, the law can't do shit?
It's a possibility.
Hell's up with that! We all know he did it. You can't just let a maniac who thinks he's saving people by killing them run wild on the streets.
They better not dismiss something this serious because of some mental issues. Saki-senpai. No, not just her, or that announcer. Even King Moron is his fault. If it weren't for what he did, nobody would have tried a copycat killing. It's his fault Nanako-chan's in the hospital right now, too.
It is weird though. It's like him thinking that that was saving them. It's like, it makes me wonder, did he know about like the fog coming, this incident? And this was his way of saving people, of like throwing them into the TV to like avoid it or something? I don't know. You remind that you made a promise with Nanako to buy a new kotatsu.
What's the matter?
Tell the others you made a promise with her.
A kotatsu?
Oh, then why don't we go check them out right now? I know Nanako-chan would be psyched if she came home and found a new kotatsu.
Dude, why didn't you tell me sooner? The winter season's coming up and we just got a bunch of them in stock. All right, off to the housewares section for Nanako-chan!
If we're getting a kotatsu, we better get some oranges to complete the set.
It's a cliche because it's true, damn it.
The best compliment to a kotatsu would be a heated rug.
Dude, that much juice would kill the breaker the moment you tried to microwave something.
Oh, that's right. I forgot what a kotatsu was. It's that heated like blanket that goes over the tabletop that you use at like in the wintertime. So that way when you're up at your table eating or relaxing and stuff, it's like you can have this blanket over there and it produces heat underneath the blanket and stuff. So it kind of like keeps it nice and warm underneath the table for your legs to be.
Oh yeah, you've never used a kotatsu before, huh, Ted? It's nice and toasty.
Can I still stay here?
Oh,
You kept your promise to me, so I should be going back. But I don't want to go until Nana-chan gets better.
Of course you can stay. How many times do we have to say this before it gets through to you?
you know, I wonder if the fog deal is because Teddy's here. Like he's drawing it here, maybe.
Nanako-chan would be sad if you weren't there when she wakes up.
But I couldn't save Nana-chan.
Don't be silly. We saved her together.
He wasn't in the
Cut
party,
killer,
but
man. We couldn't have done that without you.
Teddy, you shouldn't talk that way when Nanako-chan is still fighting.
You guys.
come over to my place. Oh no. You can stay here.
Sensei, I'm so touched. I'll stay by your side until Nana-chan comes home, Sensei.
Oh, that's right. There's no one but you at your place.
Hey, why don't we pick out a Christmas present for Nanako-chan while we're at it?
Yeah, so what I picked there didn't matter. It was the same answer, basically.
That's a great idea. I'm sure she'll be out of the hospital by then.
Yeah. I'm thinking she'd be home, right? Christmas?
All right, but none of this charge it to Yosuke stuff this time. Seriously. We're clear on this, right?
Oh, come on. Why would we do something like that?
Dude, the clothes you got for this guy? I almost pissed my pants when I saw the receipt. How many days do you think I had to work to pay that off?
Well, I can't help it if Juness overcharges for things.
Ugh. Well, I guess you gotta expect that. It's not like Chie-san's ever had the occasion to help a guy shop before.
What? What did you just say?
Them two need to just like hook up already.
Come on, baby. Don't fight over me.
Stay out of this!
So cringe.
Let's leave them be and think of a present for Nanako-chan on our own.
But what would a girl her age want?
What do you think Nanako-chan would appreciate most?
I mean, Kanji can make some of those stuffed animal dolls. A video game, a Jack Frost doll, or a set doll. Let's get a Jack Frost doll.
Yeah, that white round shape's the best. A plush doll's the way to go.
All right, as soon as Nanako-chan's out of the hospital, we'll have a party at your place.
Yes! And we'll bake the cake!
Of course! Let's make it a cake to remember.
Oh, no, you're not. Are you trying to send Nanako-chan back to the hospital?
Also, I think, isn't our social link with the group like at 9? And then Teddy's social links at 9, I think. I feel like they're going to level up here or something. Or maybe not. I don't know. It's Adachi.
Hello, this is Adachi. I want you to stay calm and listen to me, okay? Nanako-chan's condition suddenly got worse.
Oh, shit.
The doctor wants you to come to the hospital immediately. We'll be waiting.
Oh, fuck.
Come on, let's go.
Is she dead now? Like, I'm not going to be able to hang... Well, she's not dead, but, I mean, am I not going to be able to hang out with her now? I'm so close to that achievement. There's just one more day I have to hang out with her. Dojima is listening to the explanation from the doctor. There's been loud voices throughout the hospital for some time now.
Doctor, this fog is poisonous, isn't it? Isn't it filled with viruses? They said so on TV. Isn't there a vaccine or something for it?
It must be true if it was on TV. Man.
Calm down, please. That's just a rumor.
Don't tell me to calm down. You're lying. We know you have medicine for this. Are you just going to stand there and watch us die?
Why would we do something like that?
What a commotion.
What the hell's that supposed to mean? Can't you see how much pain she's in?
All we can do right now is monitor her condition closely. Dojima-san, you need to return to your...
I don't give a damn about myself. Do something about Nanako.
Dojima-san!
Just save her. For God's sake, please save Nanako.
And I feel like we're not going to get to see Nanako again in the hospital, maybe, if her condition got worse. But then also Dojima, I don't know if we're going to finish our social link with him this playthrough.
We'll do our best. I must ask you to step outside for the time being.
I think I missed a few of these social links. Like I'm locked out of them now. Like too much time has progressed or something. You know, point no return for him, so to speak.
Nanako.
How did her condition get worse though? They didn't explain. The nurse accompanied Dojima back to his room.
Hey, can't you do something? This all has to do with the world you came from. Can't you figure something out?
I'm thinking, but...
Damn it. Why does this have to happen to a little girl like her?
You can't forgive this. Calm down. We all feel the same way.
Why'd it turn out like this?
Nanako-chan's gonna be okay, right?
You guys still here?
How is Dojima-san doing?
His wound's opened up again. They're treating it over in his room now.
Oh.
Any luck with your investigation on Namatame?
About that. I won't mince words here. We're gonna have a hard time making these charges stick.
What's that mean?
I talked with the guys at the station, and it'll be next to impossible to find him guilty in court. Especially given the reason why we took him off our list of suspects for the first case.
Oh yeah, something about him having an alibi.
Yeah, that. And the whole angle about him putting people into TVs. There's no way that'll stand up in court.
Also, it's kind of funny you brought that up, but I was also going to say, it doesn't matter on the killing things. Like, they could probably work that out or something, but he's still guilty as charged, red-handed with kidnapping Nanako and then having the evidence of like the other people and stuff. So they could kind of I hate to say pin it on him, but I think it's kind of enough to, you know, give reasonable cause, I guess is the right term.
No one would believe that. What the public wants is when, where, and how Namatame killed these people. And Dojima-san knows it.
Well, ain't you calm about this?
Damn.
I'm just telling you the truth.
And you call yourself a cop? Huh?
Oh shit, Kanji.
If you want to see that stuff so bad, we'll show you! Hurry up and bring a TV here, damn it!
Hey, stop!
What the?
Is Nanako-chan's family here? Hurry inside. Please talk to her.
Oh shit.
What the hell? What's going on?
No. Nanako-chan.
Said please talk to her. Like, did she wake up?
Daddy.
Don't say that. Don't say it like that. It'll be all right.
Nanako-chan. Nanako-chan. Can you hear us? Do you understand what we're saying? Your big brother's here with you. Just hang in there. Where's Dojima-san?
We're calling for him right now.
Don't tell me she really dies. Like, this is the major event is that she dies. Like, that would be ridiculous.
How's Nanako?
Doctor.
Her eyes are open.
Big bro.
Your dad's coming.
I'm scared. Big bro. Daddy.
No.
Nanako! Nanako!
No way.
I'm sorry, sir.
Damn it! Damn it!
Nana-chan.
No shot. They really killed off Nanako?
We did everything we could, but we still couldn't figure out what caused this.
Dude, I still don't believe it. I feel like this isn't true. Like something's, there's gotta be something, surely. I can see somebody else dying, but her?
Nanako-chan.
I'm waiting for the twist here of like, haha, tricked you.
Dojima-san, what's with that look? Huh? What's wrong, everyone?
Is he that dense?
Hmm? Huh? Wait, is Nanako-chan... But then, where did Dojima-san go? His room isn't that way. Wait a sec. That's the way to...
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Senpai! Senpai! Dojima-san might have gone after Namatame. Adachi-san said he was admitted to this hospital.
This is like the only hospital, right?
Transported into the same hospital? For crying out loud, he's the suspect in the case!
What are you getting mad at me for? This is the biggest hospital, and he's in no condition to be moved. I can't tell you that.
Oh my
Tell us where he
god.
is already.
Adachi is the dumbest motherfucker.
Dojima-san's on his way, ain't he? You don't know what he's gonna do there if we don't stop him!
Kanji-kun, you don't mean...
Yeah, hold on. Just what are you guys talking about?
Obviously, he's gonna go fucking probably kill him. But then it's like, if you're not gonna let us go, you need to go stop him then.
Cough it up! Where's this room?
Top floor in the 2nd surgical ward. Furthest room back. But there's a police guard.
Good lord, Adachi fucking aggravates me. Us back in her room.
I was always watching over Nana-chan, and I still couldn't save her.
I must say, I didn't realize Teddy wasn't with them.
It happened in my world. Even though I was the only Teddy in that place, I still couldn't do anything.
Damn. Dude, I still can't believe it.
Let go of me. I need to speak to him.
Like we said, without permission.
Permission? Who gave them permission to kill Nanako? Tell me that, huh? The hell with you all! Why is he still alive when Nanako's dead? Give me back Nanako! Give her back! She's all I have! She's the only one in the world.
Call a doctor!
Let go of me. I need to...
Holy crap! Dojima-san!
How'd he beat us here? We literally were running past him, left him behind to go this room that he told us where it is. So unless he lied...
Quick, get him to his room. I'll go alert the doctors.
Yeah, unless he lied, there's no shot he just beat us here. Huh.
Dojima-san, was he seriously gonna...
His only daughter's dead. Nothing would have surprised me.
Dojima-san probably knew that there's little to no chance Namatame would be convicted. Damn it. He killed Senpai, and now Nanako-chan. And the bastard's gonna walk away without paying for what he did.
You know, the thing is, I know technically it's like he hurt her in the TV world and stuff, but I feel like it's something with the TV world is what ultimately killed her and caused her condition and stuff. Because all he did was like choke her out or something. She would have gotten over that, you know?
That's not right. Why? Why is he the one that gets to go on living?
Oh. The window of his room is wide open. What are you doing?
I was scared, so I...
You have your life, and now you want your freedom too?
It's your fault that Nanako-chan's...
I didn't.
12 o'clock. Is it the Midnight Channel?
Oh shit. But his other self's in there, but... Well, that's true. We defeated it. He didn't accept it like everybody else did. Ooh, I'm curious what happens here. Plus, also, it's not raining, but the... I can't remember if it was last episode or recently. It was like, oh, the Midnight Channel might become more frequent or available because of the fog.
failed to save her, it's because you got in my way.
Another Namatame? How? The real one's right here and we already beat his shadow!
No. Come to think of it, Namatame never faced his other self. And we didn't witness his shadow returning to his body as a persona either. Perhaps that's why we're seeing this now.
What the... I failed, but it wasn't my fault. And the law can't touch me anyway.
What?
Is that what Namatame's really thinking? Then he wasn't deranged or anything. He knew what he was doing.
To hell with the law! I won't ever forgive what you did!
This... please, stop!
Huh? Stop what? We ain't even done anything yet. Or do you want us to do something? Something fitting for a bastard like you!
Kanji...
Do whatever you want. You hate me because the child died, don't you? I don't care either way. Living or dying makes no difference to me. But you're different. You can't do such a thing. You wouldn't dare, right? I'll continue saving people. It's my mission.
Mission?
My God.
Please, stop.
He wants us to stop. What should we do?
What do you mean?
We can't let this bastard do whatever he pleases.
I'm confused then. So is it because he entered the TV world, he actually split from his shadow then?
Still, what are you going to do?
No way I'm gonna walk out of here doing nothing.
I understand, but...
This must be a luxury suite. Most hospital wards don't have such large televisions. Why, with something like this in the room, this man could escape at any time. Although once he enters, he may find there's no way out.
Oh, that's true. Oh, I wonder if that's what he was going to do. He opened the window to make it look like he was going to escape through the window, but he was going to go into the TV world. Oh, that's slick.
Wait a second. You don't mean... Are you... serious?
You just gonna turn your back and walk away?
But...
What's gotten into you guys? This is crazy! How can we do something like that?
Chie! Everyone, listen to me. If we're gonna do this, now is our only shot. We won't get a second chance. At this rate, the guy's gonna get off the hook, and he'll go around saving people again. You just heard what this bastard's really thinking. If that happens, it'll be just like Nanako-chan and Senpai. Who knows how many innocent people will die this time? I can't let something like that go. Someone close to me died. Her killer can't be convicted. And now I'm gonna let the same thing happen again? There's no way I can do that! It's just wrong, isn't it?
But Yosuke...
Is this going to like split our group up? Really, it seems like the girls are against like this, like taking care of him. Except for Nato's kind of hinting like we probably should.
All we have to do is push him inside the TV. That's it. We do that one thing, and this is all over.
Just push him inside?
If any of you want no part in this, just leave the room. I'm not gonna force you to stay. As for me, nothing could make me forgive this bastard. But before we do this, I want to hear what you think. What do you want to do, leader?
Oh my God. I'm convinced that this is a legit, like, you get to pick what happens here, and it's gonna kind of dictate some stuff. Obviously, the story's gonna stay the same, I think, ultimately, but it's gonna like dictate some stuff here. In a way, I'm kind of like, yeah, push him in the TV because he'll die theoretically, like the others, when his shadow self like takes over, the shadows defeat him, you know, like they did with the others. But who's to say it's actually going to happen this time, because the fog is in our world, like it's seeping into our world. So maybe he can like sneak back in, or he may just not die over there. He'll just like go on living and somehow be able to pull people in still. I don't think that's the way to go, because this other factors have changed to where it's not going to work out that way. Wait a second here.
We don't have time to wait. If we don't do this now, the cops will come back. What are you trying to say?
Leave him for the police. This won't change anything. I think we're missing something.
Something we don't know. What don't we know?
Whether he'll kill again, whether revenge is right, not telling his true feelings, whether he can be tried.
But we just heard the guy's true feelings on TV. What didn't you understand?
Why he's scared. Something's bothering me.
Well, what is it? I already told you there's no time to waste. Are you even getting at something here, or are you just stalling?
We're missing something.
Missing? Like what exactly? Damn it, I've heard enough of this bullshit. Give me a straight answer.
God.
Are you doing this or not?
There is
That's all I give a
something.
damn about right now.
I can't do it. Calm the hell down. All right. I'm gonna tell him to calm down. Yell to everyone to calm down.
He's right. Let's all calm down for a second.
I'm perfectly calm.
Bullshit.
Hey, what did you mean by we're missing something?
What's there to miss with a sick bastard like him?
Hey, let's all take a deep breath. After what happened to Nanako-chan and seeing Dojima-san, we're not thinking straight right now.
Exactly.
Fine.
Everyone took a deep breath. I like how I did a black screen for that. It's like everybody goes. All right. Seems everyone has regained their composure.
You're right. We should calm down and think rationally about this. I realize now that we've heard almost nothing from Namatame's perspective. There's no denying that this man brought great harm to Nanako-chan. But other than that point, the rest comes from our assumptions based on watching the Midnight Channel a moment ago. I won't deny that we were blinded by the heat of the moment, trying to impute all responsibility to him rashly.
But... yeah, the guy's not saying anything. Whatever reason he had, there's no doubt about the fact that he'd been throwing people inside the TV.
I mean, we're not giving him a chance to say anything, so we keep talking amongst ourselves.
It was him who put Senpai through that misery. How can we possibly understand someone who says killing people is the same as saving them?
Failing to understand and failing to listen are rather different things.
Thank you, Nato.
Truthfully, not all the hitches that were nagging at me have been answered yet. We'll have to see what he can tell us about them, though it appears he's in no condition to do so at the moment.
True. Dealing with him right now might not solve all the things that are bothering us.
Also, if he was technically in custody and they were worried about him possibly escaping, wouldn't they have cuffed him to the bed?
Damn it. But you better remember this. I'll do everything I can to stop him from repeating what he's done. Anytime, anywhere, anything.
Let's just think for now.
Jeez, how the hell can you stay so calm, man? Then again, that's why you're our leader. All right, let's go ahead and think this through as much as we need.
I wonder if I just said fuck it, just throw him in, how that would have played out, you know? I'm really curious on that now.
If we leave any unanswered questions behind, we'll just be lying to ourselves. Yeah, that ain't gonna cut it. All right, I'm convinced.
Thank you. I'll think as hard as I can and try to help.
We all know how you feel, Yosuke. Come on, we've accomplished this much together, haven't we?
Right. Together.
I gotta say, man, the voice acting in this game is really good. Like, you could hear, like, Chie's, like, emotion in her line delivery there. Like, she's, like, crying, like a crying happy, like...
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Sorry. And thanks.
Pretty good. All right, this case is taking a sharp turn and the investigation team is now one step closer to the truth. It seems that you will go on with your friends to solve another mystery. Maxed out the social link. Interesting. So I wonder if it said go on with your friends to solve it. Could I have like ruined my friendship? Like got a bad ending here? By like, I guess throwing him in the TV or just straight up like saying, no, I can't do this and walk away. I took the path of like, no, we need to think, you know, versus like just shutting it down and also just essentially executing the dude. All right, what can we make now? We can make Loki now. Okay. Loki was an all right persona in Persona 3, so we'll see how it is in this one. All right. I wonder if this is going to make a new social link. Yep. I called it right before it happened. Judgment, here it is. Here it is. Yep, Judgment. Yep, just like in Persona 3. Once, you know, we had our social link, we maxed it out, the full one, and then we got Judgment after. But the Judgment one went pretty quick. Seekers of Truth. I mean, earn XP bonus by fusing personas of that Arcana.
Hey, you guys? What are you doing? You can't be in here.
We need to say he was trying to escape. That's what we need to say here. I was gonna say, like, I'm wondering the Judgment thing, if it's gonna go back quick like it did in Persona 3 about doing like the dungeon stuff, or is it like I'm gonna have to do the dungeon things? 'Cause remember, we've found Judgment cards in the dungeons. But obviously I never picked them because it's like no effects, like nothing happens. So it makes you wonder if now, if I get them, it's like I get points to like figure out the truth or whatever, or figure, you know, pursue this persona or social link, I should say. We'll see.
Oh, crap!
We were keeping an eye on the suspect. The police officers outside seem to have their hands full helping Dojima-san. If Namatame were to escape, it would be a disaster for the police's reputation and their trust in you, Adachi-san.
Oh, I see. We'll tighten security from now on, and I'll arrange for him to be transported out as soon as possible.
I mean, this is a luxury room. There's literally a couch and shit over there. Like, why don't you have a police officer in there at all times?
So, if you guys can keep quiet about being in here, I'd really appreciate it.
How is he, Doctor? He seemed to be extremely agitated a moment ago.
He seems fine for now, but he really needs his rest. Outside, everyone.
He says as he's like still freaking out, holding his head, and like having a seizure, essentially.
Understood.
We should go too. Let's get back to Nanako-chan's room.
Damn, dude. Like nothing's happened.
So what's this thing we're missing, huh?
Well, I not had control to do anything. It's all been story related for the last 40 minutes of this recording. It's like, oh my god, so much massive stuff happened.
To tell the truth, there's something that's bothering me too. Why did he start killing people in the first place?
Well, he said himself it was to save them, right? So he killed his lover in order to save her and kept going?
The police speculated the first murder was related to the affair, so they called in Namatame for questioning. But everything in his testimony and his bearing, no matter what they looked at, they found nothing suspicious. If he truly is twisted enough to believe that murder is a means of saving people, I think that would have shown through.
Maybe he faked it real well. Or maybe he started out with a normal motive and got a taste for killing after the first time.
Yeah.
No, if that were the case, his motive for killing that announcer would be even more inexplicable. Namatame and his wife were separated at the time. Both Misuzu Hiragi and himself testified that she had discarded him. Hiragi also knew about Yamano beforehand, and Namatame was shocked to hear of Yamano's death. Their relationship was known and was not strained to the point of murder. There's simply no motive in the affair angle. The police invested a great deal of effort into investigating this point. Therefore, we have no convincing motive for Namatame to kill Mayumi Yamano.
I mean, maybe he put her in the TV and didn't realize it would kill her, potentially.
Although, her name was written in Namatame's own diary.
His reason for killing her.
It's still possible that he was crazy to begin with and no one realized, right?
I don't really get any of this.
Oh, this is so confusing!
Hey, we could hear you in there. This is a hospital. Maybe you should quiet down a little.
I was about to say, yeah, I bet we're being kind of loud.
Oh, there you are, all of you. Please come with me immediately.
Huh? What's going on?
What are you waiting for? Hurry, go!
God. Now does it sound with Dojima? Or Dojima? God dang, I keep saying it. Or Ted. Oh, I was about to say Teddy. Where's he at?
Where am I? Is this Teddy's world?
Wait. I don't know why I was thinking Wayne's World there. Teddy's World, party time, excellent, woo, woo, woo.
This doesn't quite feel like it, though. I remember being at the hospital.
This is different.
Right, Nana-chan.
I wonder if this is the TV world, but because the fog's in our world, it's like affected his world to look like this.
I couldn't do anything. Why do I even exist? I couldn't keep my promise. I lost my reason to be there. That's it. I remember now. So, it was true. Guys! Sensei! What should I do?
Wait, what was true? What?
Oh, there they are. Nanako-chan came around.
What?
Huh? What did did you just say?
She was flatlined for multiple minutes, and she's back.
Nanako-chan's alive?
Are you serious?
It's very rare to be resuscitated after one's heart and lungs fail, but it does happen. But until I know why she collapsed in the first place, I can't say for sure how well she'll recover from here on. Still, Nanako-chan's a fighter, and she's trying desperately to stay alive.
So this isn't a joke? You're actually telling the truth?
Nanako-chan. Oh my god.
This is amazing!
Miracles do happen. I'm so glad.
I didn't know what I was gonna do.
I'm very confused now of what's going on with Teddy. Like, what happened to him being in this room? Where is he at right now? Also, the fact nobody's like pieced that together, like, where is he at?
Come on.
You know?
Stop crying, you two.
You all should go home for the night. I'll speak with Dojima-san tomorrow about Nanako-chan's treatment.
Better go tell him right now that she's alive.
It's rather chilly outside. If it starts snowing, be careful not to catch a cold.
There.
Wait a second, where's Teddy? I noticed he didn't come with us when we went to Namatame's room.
You're right. That's weird. I figured he wouldn't move from Nanako-chan's side.
Teddy, where did you go?
Oh yeah, he has a cell with him. Wait, I shouldn't use mine inside the hospital. I'll try calling him up once we're outside.
Just call him right there.
Couldn't save. I couldn't save.
Oh, see? Police officer's in there, but he's sleeping.
Why? Naomi. And that girl, too. I couldn't save them.
Huh? What's the matter? Feeling guilty all of a sudden? Sheesh.
Back to sleep. So I wonder if he's saying, I couldn't save him, but then the shadow self was saying, like, I'll save him. Makes me wonder if he meant from his shadow self, like saving them from him.
I can't reach him. Did that stupid bear forget to charge the battery?
We took a quick look around the hospital, but there's no sign of him. I wonder where he went.
The fog looks clear. Oh, snow.
Oh, it's snow.
Hey, you're right. Wow, it's been a while since I last saw real snow.
Hey, yo, Rise, same.
It doesn't look that pretty, though, because of this fog.
I guess this makes it the first snow of the year. It's freezing. Let's go home.
What? Chie, you're sitting there in a skirt with like a bit of tall socks. That's it. That's why you're freezing, stupid.
Hey, Yosuke, if you find Teddy, don't forget to contact us, all right?
I know. Let's meet up at the special headquarters tomorrow. Man, that Ted. I hope he just went back home by himself. He's probably fine. But I'll hurry home just in case. Well, see you tomorrow.
See, it makes me wonder if we had shoved him in the TV now, that non-Tommy guy, would he have just like disappeared and then everybody would have been like, oh, he escaped and stuff. And then we wouldn't have got that scene of him like in bed, like I couldn't save him and stuff. And then Nanako still would have like came back. So then it would have became like a moment of like, oh shit, what have we done? Kind of thing. Like she came back alive, but we basically sentenced that guy to die. Kind of interesting to think about. Oh, I may look that up later on and see what happens if you did the other options, or if it even mattered. It may be the same. It's just like how the dialogue plays out or something. But I feel like it was a very something is gonna happen here based off your decision kind of thing, you know. Back in Natame's room, was it really right to stop everyone from what they were about to do? I mean, to be fair, not everybody was all for throwing him on the TV, but most of them were. Now we have no way of knowing. You remember that your cell phone has been off this entire time since you were in the hospital. Message in the mailbox. Hey, it's Ko. I heard what happened to your little cousin. If there's anything I can do to help, let me know. You know I'm here for you, okay? We're best friends, dude, right? Koski here. Keep thinking I'm done with this voice. I gotta keep doing it. I just heard about Nanako-chan. How's she doing? If there's anything I can do to help you guys, please tell me ASAP. You've got the guts, man. You've got to be brave, man. From messages in town. You remember that you have friends that are here to encourage each other. The case is still mirrored in an impotent fog, but you must continue forth towards the truth. You should go home before you catch a cold. So that's kind of cool. I wonder if that's based off like your social links you maxed out and stuff, because wow, 50 minutes into this recording and now we actually have control to like move around. I'm gonna harvest these vegetables. I wonder if like IE or IE or Aya. Fuck, I can't remember how you say her name. The AI name. I heard it recently and I was like, oh, that's how you say it, but now I can't remember. Makes me wonder. It makes me wonder if I would have got a message from her too if I had maxed out her social link, or our band, or a friend from band or whatever. Good lord, that was a lot that happened. I'm gonna make a separate save just because that was a major turning point and stuff. All right, so I gotta go to the room. Then there's, oh wait, so something about Nanako. Then there's what happened in Natame's hospital ward. Snow that's started to fall in the fog that won't disappear. What lies ahead from here on? You feel very tired. You should hurry and get some rest for today. Oh. Hello there. This.
Welcome. It's been quite some time.
Seems you've been summoned to the Velvet Room.
Do not be alarmed. You are fast asleep in the real world. I have summoned you within your dreams. Now then, your journey has taken you quite a distance thus far. Do you believe you'll be able to successfully solve this mystery?
I can solve
Splendid.
it. We'll figure it out. With your help, YouTube.
Destination of this vehicle. That too is getting rather hard to judge. If we continue driving blindly, we may end up leading you further away from the mystery that you must reach. Well, why don't we take a moment to look back on your journey? It was for that purpose that I summoned you here tonight. Margaret?
Oh, interesting. Voices you've heard many times before echo in your mind. So is this like just seeing like how I'm doing in the game? This has very much like in game is like right around the corner vibes. That or like a halfway mark. But I wouldn't say it's a halfway mark because I think we're pretty close to the finish technically. like, not pretty close, but only a couple months left in the game, basically. Also, I just realized something with the fog or whatever that's outside the car here. Almost looks like where Teddy was, like that same fog effect. So I wonder if he's in the quote velvet room, but not really in the velvet room, but he's like in the same like place. Because he was on a road.
Getting it is totally different. I mean, really finding yourself.
Because he was walking on a road and they're driving, so.
What's right? What you should choose to do in life. The answers to those things lie within you.
We are experiencing the words engraved into your memory during your journey.
Failing to understand and failing to listen are rather different things.
All right, let's go ahead and think this through as much as we need.
If we leave any unanswered questions behind, we'll just be lying to ourselves.
I'll think as hard as I can and try to help.
Come on, we've accomplished this much together, haven't we?
Right. Together.
And it seems you have comrades with you as well. Those heading in the same direction through this dense fog.
So it only showed me the nurse and Co that I maxed out. I was just thinking how funny it'd been if the fox was there and he's just like, yep. How stupid that would be, but how funny that would be at the same time. I'm sorry, this is I just picture it right now. It's just been funny. Like, you know, it was like scenes where it's like a person fades in, it's like, remember your way, that will have life, blah blah blah, and like that's when you really find the true meaning of life. Then the fox shows up and it's like, yep. So stupid. I'm sorry. Oh man. But yeah, it showed me my crew there, obviously. Even though I don't have all of them maxed out yet, but it showed me that those two. The only other one I had maxed out right is Nanako, which is kind of funny that they didn't show hers. But I guess kind of makes sense. Oh? Car stopped moving.
We'll be parked for the moment while I confirm our current heading.
As I mentioned previously, this year will signal a great change in your life. Though there isn't much time left, it can be worth your while to take the time to stop and reflect.
People are like water flowing in a river. There is only one stream, but all who pass through it are affected differently. Some travel fast, some change their course, experiencing countless events as they travel down the river of time.
Just so. The state of this room reflects the scenery of your heart. Perhaps this may be a time for contemplation rather than action.
Hear something in the distance. Yeah, I really love it when the game gets to be like this with like the whole like not third wall breaking or fourth wall breaking, but it's like seems you've been sleeping until now. You hear the doorbell ringing. Someone's at the door. It's like, oh, it is Sunday.
Teddy's missing.
Oh shit. Like how they're like I don't know how to describe it. It's like I guess like the riddles and then like explain like the meaning of life and the connections with the social links and you know your actions and your friends and everything like that. Kind of like when they start like kind of doing that. They did that in Persona 3, like more toward the end of the game, in the final battle and stuff. But it's really cool because like they're talking about like, oh, the car's destination, but it's depending on my stuff is like where it's going to end up. Just kind of an interesting thought.
I looked all over the neighborhood, but I couldn't find him anywhere.
I wonder if I go to the Velvet Room now, if it actually looks like it's moving still, or if it looks like it's parked still. I'm worried.
Yeah, me too. He was acting all weird lately. Rise and the others are checking inside the TV to see if he's gone back to the other side. We're meeting pretty soon, so will you come with me to Jeunesse?
Where could Tay have gone? In any case, he decided to go look for him. Wait, isn't this their
It's no use, man.
summer
We can't
clothes?
find him.
No luck for me either. I didn't sense anything over there. The fog's so dense it might be affecting my readings. I wish I could do better. I'm sorry.
Oh, the fog's like really dense over there? Oh, I thought I got clearer there.
That Ted. Don't tell me he really went back to his world this time.
Or, see, I have to like double check that with early on in the game when Teddy was talking about the fog and stuff. The way I thought it was when he said the fog cleared up in his world is when it got heavy in our world. Like it transferred over essentially. But maybe he meant it gets foggier, like worse there when it fogs in our world. But I don't think that was the case. I think
Told him over and over that he could stay here.
I think it cleared up in his world and became foggy. So it's like kind of interesting that it'd be foggy still with how foggy it is in our world. Recall the mysterious dream you had last night. This may be a time for contemplation rather than action. But that's what Igor said, but he'll be back for sure. Are you used to getting worked up? Let's think about this.
I guess that's all we can do right now. He plays dumb a lot, but he's attached to us deep down. He wouldn't disappear without saying anything, right?
I'm worried for Teddy myself, but let's trust in him and await his return. Right now, we must concentrate on the case. It won't be long before Namatame is transferred to another location. We must hurry, or we will miss our only chance to get his perspective on this.
You know, I've been thinking about the case since, but something just doesn't seem right.
Let's quickly review the facts. Of all the victims, only 2 were killed. Miss Yamano the announcer, and Saki-san. From the documents we found in the car, we know Namatame had some sort of dealings with them. After that, there were multiple attempted murders in which we were targeted. It was only when he took Nanako-chan that we caught him in the act, identifying his modus operandi in the process.
When I hear you put it like that, sounds like the dude's guilty.
As a result of Namatame's arrest, the police admitted that Mitsuo Kubo was a mere copycat killer.
Back up to yesterday. Remember when you said Namatame didn't have a motive to kill the announcer? That's what's bothering me.
Right. Either he's completely nuts, or we're misunderstanding something.
You lost me.
She's trying to say that if Namatame is sane, then there may be facts in the case we don't know about yet.
Sane or insane? Sounds like a play I saw before.
When he talks about saving people, what does that actually mean? I don't think there's any doubt that it includes kidnapping people and throwing them into the TV.
I wonder if he means like he's trying to, like how we save each other, like confront their inner self and stuff and become personas and all that junk. Their shadows become personas. I wonder if he's trying to do that, but he's failing to do so.
Could he mean saving them through death? He did call himself a savior and said that the other side is a wonderful world.
So they'll be saved if they die? What a bunch of crap! The bastard should have gone and saved himself. What do you think, Senpai?
In game. In game. There's something else.
If you think about it normally, it's gotta be him. But there ain't nothing normal about that world anyways.
There's something I've been wondering about for a while. When we first encountered him, he said, "You're the ones I saved. Don't worry, I'll save this girl too." So, if he saves people by killing them, did he save us too? Wouldn't he actually have failed to save us?
You raise a good point.
Yeah.
If he thinks that salvation comes only through death, his words to us make no sense.
It might be, in his eyes, like throwing them in the TV world saved him. then, just doing that alone.
And another thing, the Namatame who appeared on the Midnight Channel said he failed to save Nanako-chan.
Well, maybe he really was trying to save the victims by putting them inside the TV.
Out of the way it's kind of piecing this together, it makes it almost like, yeah, like he was trying to do like what we've been doing with the face their inner selves and become one with their personas, because they did it, so technically they would be saved from themselves essentially. But Nanako didn't experience that and she died. Or I guess technically she did die, but then she came back somehow. And then the other two died because they just weren't strong enough to do it or whatever.
Come on, don't get all quiet like that. You guys know I just say the first dumb thing that pops into my head.
The possibility that he truly intended to save us.
But he's still the one who threw in Saki-senpai and that announcer, right? Sure, we haven't nailed down his motives, but that doesn't change the fact that he killed them. Or what? You think someone else was involved? What makes you think so?
Possibility of a culprit besides Nanatame. Could there be something that proves this possibility? Diary, the copycat killed, the warning letter. I almost want to say the warning letter. Let's try that.
Warning letter? Oh yeah. Whatever happened to that thing?
If Namatame's the killer, he must have been the one who wrote it, right?
Let's review them.
Recall the first warning letter said, "Don't rescue anymore." And the second one said, "If you don't stop this time, someone else will be put in and killed."
Yes, that's right.
Isn't that kind of odd?
Yeah, that wording doesn't match Natame's.
Would someone who thinks he's saving people by killing them write stuff like "don't rescue" or "kill"?
Yeah, and the "will be put in and killed" part doesn't make sense either.
Looks like I picked the right answer.
If the killer was writing it, wouldn't it be more like "I'll put in and kill"?
Hey, could this mean?
The letter wasn't for me. Natame didn't write it.
Yeah, it's almost like someone else wrote this letter.
But only the killer would write such a letter and deliver it to Dojima-san's house, right? If someone else wrote it, that could only mean...
Dear God. Since this is such an unusual case, I was absolutely convinced that other than the Kubo incident, there was one culprit.
So Namatame really was trying to save his victims?
Everything is exactly the opposite of what it first seemed. In Namatame's parlance, failing would have been the first two cases when the victims died. If he had used his method twice and failed both times, he would hardly have continued using the TV. And yet he did. It all seems to suggest that someone else wrote this warning letter while observing the entire case.
Someone else? Then it wasn't Namatame that killed Saki-senpai and the announcer?
We can't say for certain yet. We urgently need to speak with Namatame face to face.
They all work together to take a step forward to the truth. All right, so that's how we're going to progress judgment, I guess. Interesting. So there's another killer out there, or a true killer, and he's not really like trying to kill anybody or meant to kill anybody.
How though? After what happened yesterday, they said they're going to tighten security.
I have a plan.
But it kind of is weird because it's almost like that person, the killer, then, if it's like, the way I'm understanding it, they're saying Nanatame was throwing people into the TV world, thinking that was going to save them somehow. But then the killer would then go and kill them, like piggyback off his actions and then take the kill, essentially. almost equivalent to like somebody dropping somebody off, like driving them somewhere, dropping them off and leaving, and then a killer comes out and kills them and then like leaves, kind of thing. I know it's probably not the greatest analogy, but something like that. I think that's how they're explaining it. It still doesn't add up. Like, how would the killer know he's throwing them in the TV world? But then how is the killer getting in there and killing them and then getting out?
But there's no time to waste. Let's hurry to the hospital.
Unless it's his shadow self is doing it. Like, he's literally split in two. Like, the good guy in the real world, so to speak, is like trying to save them by putting them in the TV. But then his shadow self is being evil and like killing them. A lot of questions are getting answered, but then a lot of more questions are coming up too.
Hey, this place is off limits.
I'm a consultant with the police.
She just walks up and just judo chops him in the throat.
I'd like a few words with Namatame-san. May I go in?
This is Unit 252, requesting confirmation on an ID. Name of Naoto Shirogane. Huh? Ah, understood. I see. Well, you're on the list. I can give you a few minutes, but I'll have to record your conversation with him for security purposes. Not that I expect you'll get anything coherent out of the guy. He's been spouting nothing but gibberish.
I'd like him to accompany me as well. He has no identification, but this is an emergency situation, and he's here in Detective Dojima's stead.
Huh? Detective Dojima sent him? I wasn't informed of this.
I'll vouch for his identity.
Well, I guess it's better than dealing with the man himself. We have our hands full with the transport procedures, so the last thing we need is Detective Dojima running wild. Detective Adachi is busy somewhere too. This is Unit 252.
Probably slacking off somewhere.
I see.
Has something happened?
There's something about a suspicious object out in the lobby.
Ah, well then, this works out nicely. You should back up your colleagues downstairs. We'll keep watch over Namatame-san. A disturbance in a hospital lobby, after all. It sounds serious.
If anything happens, hit the nurse call button. I'll leave the rest to you.
Understood. I knew they were undermanned, but I didn't expect it to go this smoothly.
Yeah, but say, something. God, everybody just shows up.
There's nothing much inside that suspicious object, so he won't be gone long.
All right, then now's our chance to talk to Namatame.
I was wondering how they were going to get away with this being like a recorded conversation or something. Nod.
Namatame-san,
Nod.
there's
Nod.
something we'd like to ask you. It's tempting to think that you were the culprit behind this entire case. And to be honest, there are many in this town who hope you are. But we are here to learn the truth. So please, answer our questions.
Huh? It seems he understands what you're saying. What should you ask him? Who'd you throw in first? Did you kill those two girls? Is saving killing people?
No. If nobody saves them, they'll be killed. That's why I put them in there.
Who'd you throw in first?
Huh? Me?
Ah. So he didn't throw the reporter in, or announcer, and he didn't throw in Konishi or whatever her name is. Interesting. that makes me really curious now, because also it's like, I get if he knew there was a killer and they were killing people and he did this to like get them out of like our world into the TV world, like prevent them from dying. But then it's like, how do you learn about the TV world to begin with? You know? Did you kill those two girls?
They were killed. I couldn't save them.
Then tell me if my estimation is correct so far. After discovering the Yamano and Konishi incidents, you realized an appearance on the Midnight Channel meant certain death. Thus, to save her from that fate, you kidnapped Yukiko Amagi. You couldn't let her be killed, so you threw her into the TV, preventing the killer in this world from reaching her. And you repeated the process as more individuals appeared on the Midnight Channel.
Okay, that makes sense. Makes sense.
It all falls into place. His body is weak, but his mind is sound. He's trying to tell us the truth.
Yeah, but if the stuff he's saying is true...
There's another killer who murdered the first two victims?
Indulge us in a few more questions.
Who killed the first two?
I have no idea. I want to know that too.
Kind of figured he would have had at least an idea, maybe. Why'd you enter the TV?
I didn't know. I never thought it would be that kind of place.
Why the warning letters?
What are you talking about?
So he
As I thought.
he didn't write them.
You...
Interesting. Interesting.
Did they find him? Did they find the one who did such cruel things? Mayumi.
Please calm down. Our ability to find the culprit rests on you. We know about the other world. In fact, we're the only ones who can fully understand what you have to say.
Only... you?
We did blame you for everything at first, but now I think we can accept whatever you got to tell us as truth.
Please, tell us everything you can, calmly and slowly.
You're willing to listen? Do my story?
Story time!
All right.
We get an anime scene? Little anime? Well, cutscene.
Soon after my affair with Mayumi became common knowledge, I returned to my parents' home, as if to run away from the scandal. And I started drinking heavily to drown my anxieties. I hadn't been able to reach Mayumi at all, and that didn't help either. Mayumi, where are you? She'd been disgraced on all the afternoon shows, and forced to resign from the program she was on. I caused her so much trouble. I wanted to at least apologize to her, but I couldn't even do that.
Yeah, but I mean, if it was an affair, she was in on it too, so you're not the only one at fault there.
I lost the will and energy to do anything. Then, one day, the rumor I heard some time ago came back to me. Since I had nothing better to do, I sat down blankly in front of the TV and watched my own reflection. And all of a sudden, there was Mayumi. Mayumi? Is that you? The Mayumi inside the TV looked as if she was calling to me for help. Mayumi? Mayumi! When I reached out unthinkingly to touch her, my arm disappeared into the TV, as if I had dipped it into a pool of water. I was so shocked that I lost my balance and nearly fell face first into the TV.
Interesting.
I was so scared. I couldn't understand what just happened. I thought maybe I'd gone insane.
Also, the luck of it that he remembered that and it just happened to happen then, you know, right? But then it also makes me wonder if that was the killer's first time killing, because if he did it with that situation and then he did it again right after, it seems kind of suspect that it was like not really the first time or first two incidents. Like, surely it happened more than that.
In the end, I decided to think of it as just a dream, and I went back to the city the next day after finishing work. The next afternoon when I got to work, I was fired on the spot, as I expected. That wasn't what broke me, though. It was Mayumi being found dead. And not just that, but it had happened in my hometown.
Now Tommy is casting his eyes downward painfully.
I was dumbstruck. But later on, I remember the image of Mayumi I'd seen that night. Was it not a dream? Could it really have been an SOS from Mayumi? I hadn't touched another TV because the first time was so terrifying, but I decided to try it again, and I confirmed that none of it was a dream. So that image, was it something Mayumi showed me, calling for help? That's how I felt.
And eventually, you learned of the Midnight Channel.
I remember that when Mayumi was alive, she was chasing a rumor about some bizarre TV program. I'd heard about it before, but I thought it was just an urban legend. But then Mayumi appeared on it, and later turned up dead. The more I thought about it, the harder it became to believe that the two events were unrelated. Soon after that, I came back to Inaba to answer the police's questions. I'd lost my job, and I wanted to know the truth of my... Then,
oops, sorry.
On another rainy night, someone else appeared on the Midnight Channel. It was a girl. She looked like she was calling for help, just like Mayumi. The first thing that came into my mind was, maybe this girl will be the next to die.
And that was Saki-senpai.
I'd been following all the news about Mayumi, so I noticed right away that she was the girl who found Mayumi's body. And if my hunch was right, she'd be the next victim. I didn't want her to die the way Mayumi did, so I desperately kept watching. I was consumed with the idea of rescuing her. Then, little by little, her image on the screen came into sharper focus.
It became sharper?
How did you find out it was her?
After I came back, my father couldn't bear to see me in such low spirits, and gave me a job with the family business. I met that girl when I delivered a package to the liquor store.
Makes sense.
After agonizing over it, I decided to meet her, and told her to be careful. But that same night, on the TV, she looked as if she was being engulfed by some black shape. She was writhing in pain. That's why I warned her. Why won't she pick up the phone? Come on!
You had her number?
Please! The next day, they found her dead.
So, you know what I'm almost curious of now? Is if he's the one that came up with the idea of putting him in the TV, maybe the killer never put anybody in the TV to begin with. I know it's kind of a crazy idea, but it's like if the person's showing up on the TV before they're even put into it, maybe them staying out of the TV to not confront their shadow self, their inner self, or whatever other self. Ultimately, then that they die in that TV world, and then it affects their real life world. I can see that being a thing, but I mean, it might be a bit of a stretch, but it kind of makes sense then. in a way. If the thought of the killer never learned like to put people in the TV, you know, to begin with.
I knew she was going to be murdered, but I couldn't save her.
But also that doesn't make sense of how then the killer killed people then if that was the case, you know what I mean? That would almost be just like a natural thing.
I blame myself, thinking there must have been something I could have done.
So I guess that theory is kind of out the window.
There was no one who depended on me. Nobody at work, not even my wife. Mayumi was the only one who accepted me for who I was. But she was murdered, and the same person killed another girl. I was beside myself. I couldn't forgive myself for doing nothing.
You really did love Miss Yamano.
Yes, from the bottom of my heart. Before I was married, my wife made it big in show business. I was happy for her, but it put a strain on our relationship.
I think I can kind of relate.
It was around that time when I met Mayumi. She was interviewing our candidate for the next election. She was a big-name announcer, but she only worked with local stations, and her attitude towards work was similar to mine. We both came from Inaba, so she was easy to talk to. I knew it was wrong, but I couldn't help getting intimate with her. She gave meaning to my life. Soon after Saki-san was found dead, yet another girl appeared on TV. That was you. She'll be kidnapped next, and murdered. I can't let her end up like Mayumi and that other girl. This time, I'm gonna do something. My opponent was a murderer who left no clues to his identity. I thought hard about what I could do to protect her from someone like that. I'll never convince her. If she gets suspicious and they arrest me, who'll save her then? The girl inside the TV looked as if she was smiling at me. And that's when it hit me. I apparently had the power to go through the TV screen to the other side. Then, what if I put her into the TV and give her shelter there before the killer gets her? What are you trying to tell me? That it's safe over there? Is that it? The girl inside the TV seemed to smile at me again. And I thought, no matter what kind of place it might be, it's better than being slaughtered. Once things calm down, I could just let her out again. If she's inside the TV, there's no way they can find her. It felt as if everything was starting to come together in my mind. Could it be that Mayumi gave me that power to prevent any more victims from meeting her fate? Was it my mission to save people? But there was a big problem. If I explained the situation to the victim, they wouldn't understand. I had already tried that and failed miserably. It seemed the only thing I could do was to take... Or so I thought.
Sorry. I didn't mean to hit the button. Kind of fat fingered it.
Please lend me your strength.
So I kind of get his logic in a way.
So, since you thought people who appeared on the Midnight Channel would be killed, you kidnapped us in order to save us.
I kind of get his logic. But also, it's like, if he's seeing them in the TV before they're even kidnapped, but then also, or before they're killed, but then he witnessed the girl die on the TV, what makes him think that it's a good idea to throw him into that? Because they're literally dying right there on the screen.
Mission? Give me a break! You never stopped and wondered about any of this?
I kind of, you almost think he would have just like kidnapped them and just kept them. I mean, like, I'm saving you from this person. I don't know who's trying to kill you, kind of thing, until their thing went away or something.
I thought I was the only one who could help them. I did call the police, but they didn't believe me. I knew the area well, thanks to my job. I had a large truck, and I could move around without suspicion. I thought my job as a delivery man would be the perfect cover for my mission. I thought no one else could do it. But Are you telling me that I wasn't saving them?
If a person is still within the TV world when the fog appears here, they will die. Beginning with Yukiko-san, the people you thought you had been saving were, in fact, in mortal peril. It was my friends here who really saved us all.
I had a feeling that was it. When I went after that little girl and entered the TV myself, for the first time, I had some doubts about myself.
You refer to Nanako-chan, correct?
The police were after me, so I had to get away. But I still felt I needed to do everything I could to save that poor little girl. That's why I went in after her. But the TV world was completely different than I imagined. Such an abominable, grotesque place. I knew that the three of you who I saved went back to your normal lives, so I didn't realize how terrible that world was.
So he thought, oh, I'm doing a good thing because they kept coming back. Oh, that kind of sucks because we kept saving him. Had like Yukiko died, he would have been like, oh, I fucked up, you know.
I never knew. You couldn't even get out of that place on your own.
No. That's a cowardly way to put it. I'd probably already begun to realize that it was a dangerous place. If I hadn't, I wouldn't have gone to see you all.
See us? Wait, are you talking about the concert we did at Junes?
Yes. I wanted to know why the ones I saved were all hanging out with each other, and how much you remembered. But in the end, I couldn't bring myself to say anything and ran home. I must have felt too guilty. But all the doubts and anxieties I'd been unconsciously suppressing exploded out when I entered the television myself. I thought I was going insane. I probably did. And you know the rest. When I came to, I was lying in a hospital bed.
You really were trying to save people.
It'll be really awkward if he joins our team somehow. Like we could go back in the TV world for him to accept his like inner self and he joins us. That'd be really weird.
But I ended up doing just the opposite. What a fool. I always wanted to enter the world of politics and become useful to society.
Well, that was your first mistake. You're in politics. They're never useful for society.
But after losing my job and the woman I loved, all I had left was this power. I convinced myself that world was some sort of sanctuary. And I secretly believed myself to be a hero. I never doubted what I saw on TV and believed everything was as I wanted it to be. I didn't think for myself at all. That's why I couldn't protect them. I'm to blame for all of this.
What's done is done.
I suppose so. But the things I've done are too serious to be brushed aside like that. I have no intentions of running away from my crimes. I'm prepared to face the consequences.
Still doesn't explain why he had the window open that night, other than he was gonna fake his escape and go through the TV, or he was literally gonna jump out the window.
Kidnapping is already a serious crime. And on top of that, I put all those lives in danger. I'm sorry.
The Midnight Channel and the other world? You can hardly be blamed for failing to understand them properly. We must apologize to you as well. Had we let our emotions blind us to the truth, we would have piled all the responsibility on you.
I guess from your point of view, people did stop dying once you started saving people.
Yeah, that was just convenient that's when we started like going in the TV world, like the timing of that and stuff.
You did it the more you really believed you were preventing their deaths.
I'm such a joke.
That is kind of a cruel joke in a way. Like thinking, oh, just the timing of him doing that and them going to TV world was like him actually saving them. But now I'm still curious on the TV world and the other two dying. So like the killer still threw them in the TV world, but then they died because they were still in there when the fog lifted, I guess. I don't know.
I'm sorry.
I'm curious to how this killer learned
I'm
that.
getting a little tired.
What are you all crammed in here for?
My apologies. We'll be leaving now.
Wait. I beg you, please find whoever's behind this. You children are the only ones who know about that world.
It's our plan.
It's all clear now. He never committed any murders. It was another party who threw the first 2 victims into the TV.
Take another step towards the truth. Okay. So it's just like story progression, just figuring out what's going on. I think that cop's standing there hearing this like, what? TV? What?
Now get out of here! I told you, he's almost ready to be transported. We can't have anything else happen. Sheesh. I better not see you rascals here again.
Well, now that that's the case.
Nanako-chan looks like she's in pain.
Hold on.
She's fighting for dear life.
I mean, the good thing is now, I guess, is if he does get away, technically they can't pin any charges on him other than the kidnapping of like Nanako, essentially. Then, you know, he only has to deal with that, you know, versus like, you know, killing people and stuff.
This was the last place we saw Teddy, right? He was so worried about her.
How can he flake out like this when we have to find the real killer?
The police consider the matter closed. We'll have to do all the investigation from here on out. Let's revisit Saki-san and Miss Yamano's incidents and see if we can turn up fresh details.
But it's been over 6 months. Wouldn't the trail be cold by now?
I know, but we can't give up. We're the only ones who understand what's really going on. And you never know. People might remember some things now because they've had so much time to think about it. Let's split up and talk to people all over town tomorrow. We'll meet up in the evening to discuss our findings.
I hope we can find out something about Teddy, too.
Tomorrow will be going out to talk to people in town. Will this finally help uncover the information that will lead you to the true culprit? You decided to go home early today and get some rest. Busy 2 days in this game. Can't maintain the garden, right? Yeah. Interesting. All right, so let's go ahead and make another save here. Still fog for an entire week. Jesus. Today's the day school was today's the day the school was founded, so you have the day off from school. Or if you'll be able to gather information to catch the killer. It's kind of funny that it's like, hey, the school was founded this day. This is awesome. Don't worry, don't come near here today. It's kind of funny to think about, actually. All right, so we gotta go around town. Let's go to Junes first and ask people about stuff. You, can I help you? Ask about the murders. Hey, the incident last spring. I don't remember anything from that long ago. I gotta be studying for college exams, so I got no room for useless information like that. She doesn't have anything to say. First, we should retrace our steps. That would be the simplest way. Saki Kenichi and Mayumi Yamano should be commonly between the two. Surely there's some witnesses. Any scrap of data useful, no matter how small. Okay, let's go to the river. The floodplain. I'm just kind of go down the list here. God, it looks so just like dead. Because like the trees and everything. But there was an incident. On top of that, it was a hit and run. Nobody could tell me what kind of car it was because of all the fog. Jeez, this is horrible. Thankfully, she wasn't hurt too bad. But was she right? Wasn't she? This fog is dangerous. I need to start letting everyone know. Okay, do you got anything to say? Fog's clearing up. About the murders. I'm sorry. All I remember about that is something happened. I know it was pretty shocking, but all I can say is a lot of times passed. Okay. Kitty, do you remember anything? Meow, 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 meow. Now that you mention it, the town was all buzz last spring. You remember that, don't you? Okay. Good conversation. Good talk. All right. So no school, so there's nobody to talk at school. So literally just the shopping district is all that's left here. You. Can't help you about the murders. The incident last spring, I still wonder what happened. It was a pretty big deal, wasn't it? I almost completely forgotten about it. Wow, I must be getting old, huh? Huh? What are you talking about? You explained the incident involving murders. Did all that happen just last spring? Wow, it seems like long ago. Who's gonna remember something from that far back? Nice. Okay. Got something to say? Man, this fog makes me feel like we're still on TV. I wonder if we could really find any new clues about the killer. No use whining about it now. Let's step out and search and see what we can find. You don't look like you're gonna talk. This fog has gotta be some crazy biological weapon. It's a conspiracy. You know what I heard? Juness. Yeah, it's all Juness. Okay, you're crazy. No new books. Anything? Say information about what happened before Inner TV World. You know about the first murder? I wonder what happened. Let's ask around, gather information. I tried talking to this old guy earlier, but he didn't even see me with all the fog and all. Guy just ignored me and walked off. I know it wasn't personal, but kind of hurt. Damn fog, hurry up and go away. I almost wonder if like this fog is like here to stay for the rest of the game. Hey, listen to this. Rosette came and spoke to me. This is a once in a lifetime thing. I asked her for an autograph and what type of guy she's into. Oh my god. Anyways, what do you want? I'm sure you can see I'm busy. How busy I am. Didn't they capture the suspect and lit on that case? Are you done asking questions? Good. Go away. I'm very busy talking to Rosette right now. Talking to my girl. Been asking around about Teddy too, but I'm surprised how many people actually how they remember him. They're all like, "Oh yeah, that guy in the bear suit, Juness," but nobody has seen him yesterday or today. He's loved by so many different people. Where the heck could he have gone? Even if someone's been killed, everyone just forgets it so easily. But rumors they hear from friends and TV get remembered for a long time. Why is that? It's been a while since the last two incidents. Do you think they'll find anyone who still remembers them? Surely. Boxer's dark and creepy. Got a question? A little while ago, they said the suspect had been caught. It's been in the newspaper. It was that Natame-san, right? I remember seeing him around from time to time. Oh, how horrible. It really does frighten me. I don't recall seeing any other strange people, so I'm sure he's the culprit. Is it true that there's no other suspicious individuals? Perhaps you should ask someone else about that. About the murders. Don't remember something from that long ago. Like, Ellie like, I don't remember anything that long ago. By the way, where's my coal at? I asked you about like 3 months ago. There isn't anyone like that in this town. I even know you. You're that kid who's staying at Dojima-kun's house. By the way, I haven't found my coal yet. Okay. So she's freaking out. You've got a gas mask on. It's me. Do you recognize me? Why am I outside? When I'm at home, I just see more news about the murders. I thought I'd stay out and watch the sunset. Of course, I'm going to watch TV when I get home anyways. Even then, I still can't see the sunset because of all the fog. Ah, I hate it. It's so depressing. You have a question about the murders? Oh, come on. Don't make me even more depressed. Selling the news, the suspect has been caught, so the whole thing is over now, right? It doesn't look like you'll find any more information on the last spring. It's a small town. If there was anyone suspicious, there would be rumors going around everywhere. But at last, I haven't heard any news or rumors like that, so I'd say there's no such person. So they're saying ask about the murders of this kid. Wait, teacher said to go home quickly because of the fog. It's nice not to have girls chasing me around, but it's boring because I can't play soccer now. Okay. So I guess there's nothing else to do since it gave me that prompt saying like there was nothing. Interesting. Okay, so let me I'm gonna make another save here. I'm gonna go in the velvet room because I just wanted to see something. I'm curious if like the car looks like it's parked or not. Ah, it does. Something different. Marie is nowhere to be found. Got another letter. Or poem. Someone's written in a horrible script as if someone wrote it with their offhand.
Release yourself. Release yourself. From desire, from impulse. Logic and rationales are excuses for the weak. Release yourself. Your heart's voice. Your internal scream. In exchange for a lost voice, grab hold of your proof of life. Never let it go!
This be another Marie's poems. Ah!
What is this?
What is happening to me? Why are you here? I put that in my pocket. That doesn't make any sense. It's got to be. Hey, don't read that. You inconsiderate scumbag. Why would you read my heart's voice? No. It's not my heart's voice. Hush now, Marie. You need to release your impulses. Please do it somewhere else. Shut up. This is just... Huh? Impulses? Release? I will never let this go. Stop reading my stuff. Her returns to her seat quivering with either rage or embarrassment. Fucking Margaret's like toxic with her behavior sometimes. I still wonder... I don't think there's an achievement attached to like hearing all her poems or anything, or if there's like a real point to it. But it's kind of neat. There's got to be something with it, right? Right? I'm at 54. Can't see it, but I'm at 54% of registered personas, by the way. Kind of curious on that. Also, do I not need any of these anymore? I technically don't need the devil one anymore. And I don't need Queen Mab. I've already had this one before, haven't I? There's something I can make with the 3 fusion. Raphael. Oh? Anubis, you say? Can make Anubis? This is a judgment type, too. Okay. Actually, wait. I want to check one thing. Pentagon, hexagon. Oh, there's Beelzebub. I still gotta make Trumpeter. With that persona or that skill type. Might look at that off recordings and get it figured out and stuff, but then I won't. If I do that, then I won't turn it in until like we do a recording, obviously. So you don't miss any of that dialogue and stuff, but Oh, here's Loki. I can make Loki. Interesting. Skavy. Yeah, Loki looks the same as last game. All right, I won't worry about doing fusions right now and stuff. I'll hold off on that. Like I said, I might play with that off recording, like figuring out stuff. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make another save here. Because they said there was nothing else to figure out, right? So instead of like wasting the day, essentially, I'm gonna see if I can go catch this damn fish. I'm gonna try. If I don't get it here, I may like reload save or something. Because technically I think it's like best to try to catch it on like a rainy day. What? Bruh. It says I have to return back to Inaba to get information. I can't fish. Kidding me. I gotta check the school just to make sure it didn't give me some bullshit of like somebody standing there at the gate or something. All right, can I ask? Suspicious person. No, I can't think of anyone. Not in this town anyway. Suspicious person. None I think of. I mean, it's a pretty small town. When you say if I had, I'm pretty sure I'd remember. He's freaking out. He's not going to answer that. There's no point in talking to them. Suspicious. Not that I can think of seeing suspicious people except for you. You're interrupting my conversation with Set. You're fucking cringe, dude. You didn't say anything else. Have I seen any of these weird people besides Tommy-san? Nope, not that I can think. Okay. Let's go back to go Junes, I guess, and talk to that one girl here. So this person, not to mention it, my friend was saying she saw someone. I think she's just wandering around the shopping district. So why don't you ask her? This is annoying. This is annoying right here. Is this your friend? Someone told you I saw someone suspicious? Oh, that. Bruh. You remember Satsuki Kinoshi, don't you? You know, she passed away a while ago. She told me how that non-Tommy person came to see her one day and he started spouting about all this craziness. Something about the TV. I wonder what that was all about. His relation to Saki. This girl, I just want to choke her out right now. I literally asked her about the murder. She's like, I don't remember that. That's so long ago. And then I was like, hey, was there anybody suspicious, by the way? She's like, no, not that I can think of. And then now I come back and say, hey, somebody said you saw somebody suspicious. What was that about? And she's like, oh yeah, blah, 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 blah. And it goes on. It's like, choke you till you can't breathe anymore. Hey, I don't know what you're implying, but you got it all wrong. Sasuke was a good girl. It's just that people misunderstood her. She seems to be referring to the time when Natame tried to warn her. Seems the thing about Natame making advances on Sasuke was a misunderstanding. Okay. Okay, so that's nothing new. Like, this is where I get like a little annoyed. Like, okay, what am I doing now? All right. Am I telling you anything? No. I hate this, just like running around, just like talk to everybody, just guessing and hoping I'm gonna figure something out. No about chance to talk about anything? No. Okay. You didn't mention anything. I've heard a lot of people come to our store, but they can't say anyone particularly suspicious. Okay. Have I seen a strange person? I don't know. Out in the country, if there's anyone strange walking around, everyone would know it right quick. Doesn't look like you'll find out doesn't look like you'll find any more information on a suspicious person. Gather as much information you could. You should report back to the group. Okay. So literally, it's like you have to exhaust the ask about murders, talk to the one chick, to then go back to talk to the other one. Or you got to talk to one lady, get the prompt for suspicious people, then go around and ask everybody about that. And then it's so annoying. Over to the friends after you finish gathering information. God, such a small restaurant.
I'm seriously pooped.
It's crazy how like many like Japanese like restaurants there are out there like that. But they're just like that cramped. Like there's like no room to move.
This stuff's a lot harder when you don't have a badge to flash. I walked around all day and didn't hear anything good.
It was the same for me. There was absolutely no talk about the case whatsoever, let alone the true culprit.
Ditto for me. Actually, in my case, I kept getting bombarded with questions and couldn't get them onto the main subject at all. The killer must be pretty good to have pulled this off without being seen by anyone in this small town.
What should we do?
Well, one steak bowl, please.
That's not what I meant. But then again, I guess we might as well take a break. I'll have a crab and egg fried rice.
I'll have roast pork ramen with extra noodles.
Don't finish eating the dishes that you ordered.
Ugh, now that our tummies are full, let's share what we learned, even if it wasn't much.
You know, the fact that everybody's like, oh, I didn't see anybody suspicious and stuff. It's either going to be like, what one person's going to be like, I saw this one suspicious person, and then that's going to be it. Or it's literally like, there is nobody suspicious because the killer blends in so well. Kind of like how Nanatame did being a delivery guy. In fact, he wasn't even suspicious at all other than he talked to Satsuki. You know, I spoke with everyone about the information gathered today.
So, to sum up, there really was no new information. The end?
The police had an unusually large number of officers in their initial investigation of the first two incidents. To find facts that even they overlooked would be difficult indeed, now that over half a year has passed. There wasn't a single report of suspicious persons being witnessed to begin with. Miss Yamano had ardent fans, whereas Saki-san didn't, but otherwise the conditions are the same.
You know, every time I tried to ask about the case, everyone ignored me and kept ranting about the damn fog.
Yeah, that or the Midnight Channel. I asked around about Teddy too, but no one's seen him. Gee, I wonder where he could have gone.
Do you have anything, Naoto? Any new, deductions?
Without any new data to work with, there isn't much I can do. But there must be someone in town who meets all the criteria for this case. The killer must have a connection to both Saki-san and Miss Yamano, as well as be in a position to observe our actions periodically to some extent. Finally, it must be someone who could approach Senpai's house without arousing suspicion. I need some fresh air before I give it more thought. I'll be outside.
Almost like possibly a neighbor too. Just sitting there won't help you think any better. You decided to go outside and get some fresh air.
It's snowing. No wonder it's chilly.
Ugh, it's freezing out here. Maybe this will help clear my head and get my deductive muscles flexing.
That's kind of neat, the effect around him, like the cold shivers. I don't think I've seen that before in the game.
Hey, is it snowing?
Could be wrong, though.
Too bad the fog's so thick. The snow just gets lost in it.
Must be something that's been overlooked. It's urgent that you get over the roadblock facing you. The clues you need must already be in your hands.
What's the matter?
You should go over everything you know one more time. The culprit has some sort of connection with you, with both Mayumi Yamato and Satsuki Kanushi. And judging by the warning letters, the culprit must likely knows the other side and what you did there. It's highly likely that they also knew what Naotame was doing and stood back to watch. Who would know all these things? Another oddity about this case is that there were almost no witnesses. Both warning letters seem to have been delivered directly to your house, but no one saw anyone suspicious. No one unusual has been seen around Mayumi Yamano, and Satsuki Kanushi either. Nishi. Despite the I'm getting tired, so that's why I'm having a horrible time reading. Apologies. Despite the police dispatching an unusual high number of officers to perform a thorough investigation, there must be someone in this small town who fits all the facts. The person who seems to be the most likely culprit is Yosuke Chie Yukiko Teddy. Someone else. Kanji Rise. Why would it be anybody in my group? Oh. Dojima. It wouldn't be him. Of course, not Nanako. Adachi. Tame. Could it be Adachi? I'm kind of worried if I hit somebody else, I might not be able to come back. Well, it's not the two that died, obviously. Or Maruko, whatever, Maroka. Because, well, I mean, you know, the funny thing is, if it was him, technically, I know it's not, because the letters, the threatening letters, the warning letters, whatever, throw that out. But what if, that's kind of funny to think, what if he was the killer, but then he got killed by the kid, but everybody else, you know, obviously got thrown in the TV because of Naotame? Like, that would be such a funny curveball, but I know that's not the case. We already know he's just a copycat killer. Zuhagari. Oh, that's our teacher. That chick. Friends from school, it's not them. That's the brother. I don't remember who this one is. That's our bandmate. That's the nurse. I think this is the young mother, I think, maybe. All right, think once again. All right, I'm going to go with, I mean, just deduction here of like process of elimination. The only one that really stands out here is Adachi. Because everybody else I can either throw out for sure, for a fact. And Adachi's the only one that's like, well, he technically could go to our house because he's been there multiple times. He works with Dojima and stuff, so he wouldn't be suspicious. he's a cop, so he wouldn't stand out very much, like checking around things, investigating, and all that. I just don't see his connection with the other two people, the Yamano girl and Kanishi. I understand like Kanishi if like she found the body and like maybe she saw something that she shouldn't have, kind of thing. But that part's a little weird, like how Adachi would be connected to Yamano. Unless he was like the one that like led the investigation or was involved in the investigation with her. Don't bite me in the ass. Of course, if you look at all the circumstances, you can't completely rule out that possibility. Adachi may have been able to keep an eye on your actions. He would have been able to approach your house with ease, and he knows the area well. Thinking about you encountered him many times while investigating the case. You learned much about the police movements from Adachi as well. There is no exact reason to doubt him, but something is bothering you. He spoke Adachi's name.
Huh? What about him?
Detective Adachi. A member of the police force. That is an interesting approach.
I mean, maybe this is like progress to lead to the correct answer. Because maybe it's not Adachi, maybe it's somebody else with the police force, you know?
It would certainly explain the lack of witness reports. It's the same reason no one ever reported seeing Namatame's truck.
This is a small town, so everyone must have known who he is. And since he's a detective, people definitely wouldn't have thought of him as being suspicious.
In fact, he could use his position to his advantage and hide critical information.
Huh. Well, if you think of it that way, I guess it's possible. But we're talking about Adachi here, right? I mean, really? Adachi? He's your textbook lousy detective. Are we really on the right track here?
Actually, regarding Detective Adachi, I'm not sure how to put it, but there's something that's been bothering me about him for some time now.
Yeah?
Perhaps it's just my imagination, so I shouldn't speak too...
It's cold. I think we've cooled down enough here. Let's go back in.
Also, this is kind of an important conversation. Let's get everybody.
Adachi-san? That can't be. I mean, he said he came to escort Miss Yamano and...
Oh. Okay, so there's the connection.
What? Was he at your inn when the announcer was staying there?
When Miss Yamano was staying at our inn, the media were swarming all over it. That's when Adachi-san arrived, saying he'd been assigned to guard her. He told our waitress that fame could be rough.
Guard her? He didn't spend the night there?
Huh. I wonder if he knew Ms. Yamano.
I don't know about that, but I heard he did call out to a girl in my class. I found out this afternoon, but I thought, you know, that's just how cops are, so I didn't think it had anything to do with the case.
Detective Adachi also questioned Saki-san, the one who found the announcer's body, on numerous occasions. I heard it was because there was so little information about the case at the time, but it's certainly unusual to question someone with as strong an alibi as hers multiple times.
Then you think he had something else on his mind?
So it is Adachi, possibly. Unless somebody's picking back off of him.
And that something is what connects those two victims to Adachi-san?
Kind of like the killer piggybacking off of Naotame. That'd be crazy.
Come to think of it, we've been running into that guy a lot, in all sorts of places. And every time he'd tell us what the police were doing before saying, "Oops, I said too much," and clamming up. Was that all to throw us off the trail?
It would be no problem for him to drop that warning letter into your mailbox either. Not to mention the fact that he can destroy any evidence that might point to him.
Various I can't say it. Peculiarities I began to cast suspicion shadow on Adachi.
Then, is it really a Dachi-san?
It's him, alright. Need to confirm this.
This is still only a tentative theory. We should work to confirm it as soon as possible.
Yep.
This is Naoto Shirogane. Something has occurred to me about the case, and I'd like to get Detective Adachi's input on it. Huh? The transport? It's right now? Right, I see. Thank you.
Uh-oh.
What was that about a transport?
Detective Adachi is headed to the hospital to prepare for Namatame's relocation. We must head there at once.
Things are moving quickly now. I feel you're getting close to the truth. Whoa. Might be after a Natame here. Oh gosh. There he is.
Huh? What are you guys doing here? Hey, do you know where Dojima-san went? They told me he snuck out of his room again.
I assure you, we've made it clear to him several times that he needs to stay put, but he keeps going off on his own.
Uh-oh.
Jeez, with Namatame finally relocated, I was looking forward to going home.
So, he's been relocated. I've been wondering, you seem to be in a terrible hurry to get him out of this hospital.
Huh? Oh, well, yeah. I mean, we can't leave him here with Dojima-san and Nanako-chan around. Didn't you guys think so too? Hey, what are you doing here anyway?
Got a good point.
Nanako-chan's room is in the other wing. Don't you think you should leave before Dojima-san finds you? If he catches you, he'll start pestering you again.
Him saying that's a little weird. Like trying to make us leave.
Adachi, where's Namatame? There's been a lot of noise today for some reason.
Dojima-san, what are you doing here? Namatame's already been relocated. I was looking for you so I could tell you that.
You did what? Who authorized that? There's still more I need to ask him about.
Give me a break, Dojima-san.
Those first two murders have been bothering me. His motives are shaky and his alibi is rock solid.
Yep.
We closed a lot of loopholes on the basis of his testimony. But that part's still nagging at me.
Is this more of your detective's intuition? He's already been relocated. It's no use hassling me about it. And you kids should really get home too. You're gonna get in the way of police business.
What's gotten into you today? It's odd to see you taking work so seriously.
I'm about to say, he's getting very worked up here.
Come on. I'm always giving 110% when it comes to the job.
Also, you know, getting also a little snappy with Dojima. Normally, he's like getting walked all over.
You should get back to work too, Dojima-san. Your current assignment, get better as soon as possible.
What are you all doing here?
We came to confirm something with Adachi-san.
You should question Adachi. Yamano's investigation.
The time the announcer went missing? I can't say for sure offhand. It's not like I saw her or anything. That was months and months ago too. My memory's kinda hazy that far back. Why wouldn't I question her? She discovered the announcer's body. But she didn't know much about it, so I only talked with her once or twice. Was that all you wanted to ask?
So he lied.
I hope it helped.
He lied about like not seeing the reporter when he was there to guard her, and then also that he only interrogated her once or twice versus like multiple times. Still something you need to question Dachi about. Oh man, we're just gonna throw this out there.
Warning letter?
The one that was delivered to his house. It's in police custody now, correct?
I don't really remember.
Hey, what do you mean you don't remember? I gave it to you to take down to the crime lab for processing. You're telling me you forgot?
I'm sorry. Your accident was right after that, and what with one thing and another, it sort of slipped my mind. Besides, That thing was just a prank, wasn't it? Jeez, what are you asking me all this for? For crying out loud, what's this all supposed to be about? Dojima-san, you really need to get back to your bed. That's why your wounds aren't healing. And you all need to go home right now. Do you have any idea what time it is? I'm going back. I need to get to the station and report in.
Just one more thing. We know for certain now that the first 2 murders weren't Namatame's doing. Someone else killed them. Adachi-san, do you have any idea who that might be?
Oh, shit.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
'Cause we think it might have been you.
Oh.
What? That's ridiculous. We already know Namatame's the one who put them all in.
What did you just say?
Put them all in.
Oh.
What's this putting them in business? Do you know something about the method behind their murders? Don't tell me that all that talk about TVs and whatnot from before was...
I see. Now I finally understand. To tell the truth, Adachi-san, I've been fixated on something you once said. Before I didn't know why, only that it sounded a wrong note to me. Do you recall when I read Namatame's diary? At the scene of Dojima-san's accident, at the time I said, even the victims who survived and were never released to the public are written here. And in response, your words were, wow, then that settles it. How, I wonder, would that settle anything? At the time, the police had no idea that there had been other attempted murders related to the case. You had no reason to say such a thing.
You know, the funny thing is, I think in the moment when I heard that or read it, it was like, it kind of was like, like a little idea bubble popped in my head for literally a nanosecond. And then I just like forgot about it instantly because everything else that was happening.
After all, there are countless examples of people disappearing for a few days.
Like, God, what a throwback.
Yet when I read the list of names, you raised no objection. Odd that.
Or a callback. Yeah, that's a good point. Like, all their names on that list, and like, of course, they just went missing and then show back up. Like, yeah.
What do you say to that, Detective Adachi?
I don't know. I said I'm busy.
Wait, you son of a bitch! Adachi! Adachi!
Adachi! Oh my God. Oh. You go on TV? Not Tommy's room? I felt like we were in the lobby area, not upstairs. Adachi isn't here either.
What the? I swear he ran this way. Damn it! Where the hell did he go?
Did you find him? I contacted security. Nobody's seen Adachi, and there's no record of anyone leaving this area. So he must be still in this ward somewhere.
He's still here? But we looked! We didn't find him anywhere!
That bastard.
Dojima-san? For heaven's sake, what are we going to do with you?
Sorry. I got carried away.
Do you even want to get better? If you keep this up, there could be lasting damages. Have you forgotten how much trouble it caused you last time?
You're right. Sorry. You've got to find Adachi. I need to square this away with him. Please.
Man, it's like, he needs to go to his room. We need to go to his room with him and be like, listen, here's what's happening. Just be straight with him, get everything on the table, and explain all of our theories and everything in the TV world and just everything. Come clean on it. Because it's like, it's right there. It's right there, you know?
He hasn't left this ward yet? I don't think he would. But could he have...
Yeah, I think so. If he's the killer, he can go through, right?
You mean he went in through here?
makes me wonder too, maybe that's how he killed them. Like he threw them in the TV world, then went in there and then killed them and then left. Then it's also like, how'd he get out, you know?
We searched every inch in the direction he ran off. There's nowhere to hide. I don't think we could have missed him.
He was cornered. It's highly probable that he escaped there. If he does indeed turn up on the other side, that should prove beyond a doubt that he is the true culprit.
Damn. So I guess we were right. What do we do now?
I don't want to say let's go in. Let's go tomorrow.
I think it's too dangerous to go in from here.
Yeah.
We're not 100% positive he used this TV, and on top of that, we don't know where it might lead. Let's go in from Jeunesse like always. It'll be fine. So long as we're ready for him, we'll crush that jerk in one strike.
Extremely suspicious Detective Adachi. You've taken another step closer to the truth. Wow. Halfway through on this social link. We split for today and all went back home. Golly. No wonder it wanted me to save the game before we got into it. There's a lot happened this episode. Story-wise, we hardly did anything like actually gameplay-wise, but it was all story-based, and holy crap, man. Yeah, between Nanako dying and then coming back, and then Teddy disappearing now. We don't know where he's at exactly. The revelation that Adachi's probably the killer, technically, and stuff. And all that is just, wow. It's crazy information coming up. And of course, the fog is still hanging out, lingering, but no sign of going away. So that's like still a little worrisome and everything. But YouTube, that's where we're going to stop it there. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and hit the bell notification to be notified whenever I release a new video so you never miss them. And we'll just see what happens in the next episode. I don't know if we're going to get to work on any social links. It's almost like we're locked in the story at this point, and I'm not able to do any like free roam, free will things of social links or fishing or anything like that, reading. So we'll see. But anyways, in the next episode, we'll just see what happens and everything. Probably more story progression, I would assume, at this point. So YouTube, as always, take care, be safe, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.